In those areas where the Russian troops have entered, you will see on the curbside many blown up or burnt cars, hundreds upon hundreds of these cars or whatever remains of them. The occupiers were killing peaceful civilian people even when they were trying to escape. And with our refugees in Europe and also in the west of Ukraine, there are children who were simply picked up by other refugees on the curbside, by the bodies of their killed parents. In the city of Mariupol, that has been laid siege by the Russian troops for the last 3 weeks, there are more than 100,000 people still. While there was snow on the ground, people melted the snow. This is how they got water. For this whole time, we were not able to send humanitarian convoys to the city. They're being blocked. Water, food, medication, all of this is being blocked by the Russian military. More than 90% of all of the buildings in Mariupol have been destroyed completely by shelling and bombs. But the Russian aviation continues to strike. They do not stop. They blow up even the shelters, while they know for sure that civilians are hiding there, women, children, and old people. What the Russian troops are doing to Mariupol is a crime against humanity, which is happening in front of the eyes of the whole planet in real time. Why did this become possible at all? Why can the world not stop this flow of military crimes committed by Russia that has not been stopped since the 24th of February of this year? The answer is very simple and cynical. People who approve the decisions made in Russia, they hope that this will go unpunished. The sanctions, they think they will be able to go around them. Embargo on Russian oil, they can see that it will continue. It will not continue further. It's just talk. It's just talk about this very important subject and concerns, the feeling of concerns. Everybody's expressing concerns. International Tribunal, they know that it will take years to bring the perpetrators to account. This is why we're talking to you and to all of the democratic community of the world. Sanctions against Russia need to be strengthened. We need to say no to the Russian oil. We need to block trade with Russia. We need to close down ports for Russian ships. And this needs to be a policy of solidarity in the European Union among all of the member states. You in Denmark, in this country, where basic principles of the European Union originate from the Copenhagen criteria, you understand how it is important that solidarity against Russia works. We need to bring pressure to bear so that Russia would seek peace, that we will protect the basic values that European life is built on, which have been completely trampled on by Russia in Ukraine. What can we say about the protection of human rights or about freedom on the European continent if there is no crime against humanity in general that has not been already committed by the occupiers? They are deporting our people to Russia by force. They are raping our women and our minor girls. They are looting. They have already taken into Russia more than 2,000 people. And we do not even know where they are. We don't even have a full list of these children. Do they have families? How are they going to find their families later? The level of evil that has been brought to our land is impossible to imagine for a normal human being. And this is why I'm calling upon you to raise the issue of solidarity at the level of the European Union for the sake of the protection of freedom and humanity. There cannot be branches of Russia in the European Union that are trying to compromise the EU from inside. They are still trying to help Russia to make as much money as possible. We all know who in the European Union goes against humanity and common sense, who is not doing anything to help bring peace back to Ukraine. This needs to stop, and Europe must stop listening to any excuses made for Russia and the official Budapest. I am grateful to Denmark for its principled stance. I'm grateful to your people who are helping Ukrainians. I'm grateful to the companies who have decided to leave the Russian market. Maersk, Jusk, Lego, Vestas, DSV, Arla Foods, Carlsberg, and many other companies that have taken this important decision. But I'm going to ask you not to stop, to continue being leaders in Europe in promoting the important decisions that all of us need. Long before this war, it was evident that humanity needs to cut down on fossil fuels. The age of coal and oil has harmed our environment, our planet. It harmed it very seriously. Green technologies, green energy have become an obvious and fair response to this challenge. European European policy is already aimed at cutting down these dangerous resources. But the Russian aggression against Ukraine and against everything on which life in Europe is built is an argument to speed up this transformation. Europe needs to say no to Russian oil as soon as possible, because it is these windfall profits from the energy resources allows Russia's leadership to be so arrogant, to break universally recognized rules, to use hatred against our peoples and ruin lives in the neighboring countries. We need to find, if we wanted to find a diametric opposite to what you call the Yantai law, it would be the law of the Russian oil. And I'm sure that only together with all of the Europeans, with all of the responsible states on this planet, we will be able to overcome this catastrophe. We will be able to go back to peace. We will be able to live together in a European family. I hope this will happen very soon, but it will depend on how consistent and how principled we're going to remain at this time, at this difficult time, at this time when the war continues. However, we do not have the right to think only about the war. We know that peace will come, and we know that we will be able to go back to a normal, peaceful life. And this is why already now I want to ask you to join our initiative to restore Ukraine after the war, rebuild Ukraine. Your companies, your specialists, your state, knowing your capacity and your economic and creative prowess, I will invite your country to take the leadership of one of our regions after the